There's one main key to making the potato twisters come out every time, and I'm going to show you exactly what it is. Welcome to Lawyer in the Kitchen. Today we're going to make a fun, super easy to make dish. It's a potato twisters, and they're just really easy to make. And the key to getting these right is the way you use the knife. And I'm going to show you how to do that when I cut one of these. And so, what do we have? For wet ingredients, we're going to have about 1/4 cup of olive oil. I'm going to crush some garlic into that so that it'll be garlic infused oil. And then for the dry ingredients, we're going to have 3 tablespoons of parmesan, 3 tablespoons of panko, about a 1/2 teaspoon of pepper, a teaspoon of salt, and 2 teaspoons of smoked paprika. You could use sweet paprika. And then for garnish, we're going to have some ketchup and some parsley cut up finely. I'm using gold potatoes. You could use russet. I'd suggest either one of those because those will cut up nicely and stay together right. And they will cook well. Now, you could cook these in an oven, which is what we're going to do. You could cook them in a frying pan and deep fry them. You could put them in an air fryer. This is probably the most healthful way to do it. And we're going to use them on these heavy-duty skewers. You can find these in most any supermarket. You need something a little stronger because it's got to get through the potato, and that's the hardest part of this whole thing. This should be a fantastic dish. And the next thing we're going to do is cut these potatoes. These are sharp, okay? I mean, you could absolutely puncture your hand with this, okay? So you do need to be careful. Anyhow, so obviously I'm going to go right here, and I'm looking to try and get it centered up, but I'm doing both of these together like this. So I'm holding the skewer and the potato, and I'm making sure that I'm not going to skewer into my hand. And each time I come down, it's just a little bit more pressure on the potato until we get it here, which is like that, and that's good. All right, so now it comes to the cutting. And here's the key that I was saying about this. It's not just coming in at an angle, it's on the actual potato to the axis, like we're at about 30 degrees, I guess 15 or 20, something like that. Anyhow, but it's also angling the knife like this, just a little bit. Not only is it at an angle, okay, this way, the blade is also at an angle like that. And that's what helps you get this spiral cut and keep and have control. We're going to go ahead, like I said, just a little bit of an angle, and we're using the stick to stop the knife. And then I'm going to turn the blade a little bit and add that angle to it. And we're just going to come around. And this is all well and fine until we get to the other side where you can see the cut. And that's what we're aiming to be just a little bit. If you can see that coming in close, I've got this much space between them, right there. Here's the cut to begin with, and here's the second one coming in. And again, a little bit of a twist. And now I can look at, and I can see again, if it looks like this is getting too thin, go ahead and twist that knife away from the potato, put a little more angle on it, and then you'll get, see if I do that, that's exactly what happened. See, I'm getting thin right there, so I put more angle on the knife and see how it immediately goes away and opens it up some more so that the slice is thicker again. It's all on the angle of the knife, again, like this. You can tell it's starting to get pretty close. Yeah, you could absolutely cut yourself on this. let there be no doubt. And the thing is to get this in. This is why I think some people cut this off. We don't want to. Now look, if you break it, it's no big deal. It's still going to cook just fine. It just looks cool to be all together. It is still absolutely all together. You want there to be plenty of space between them, the slices, so that they get heat and they get the oil and all the flavor. But that is it right there. So the first thing to do is obviously get your oven on at 350. We're going to cook these 40-45 minutes until they're done. And we stick a fork in them. They're soft, but they're still crispy from enough heat. And the first thing we're going to do after getting the oven going, which we've got, is let's go ahead and get this garlic in the oil so that it takes on the flavor. And I'm even going to mash that against the wall a little bit. And then I'm going to actually taste this just to see if I've got. You can actually get the heat from the garlic. And you know, if you got a nice olive oil, you usually have a little bit of heat from that as well. And this is good olive oil. Now we're going to put the dry ingredients in. So here comes the panko, 3 tablespoons of that, 3 tablespoons of parmesan, half teaspoon of pepper, teaspoon of salt, 2 teaspoons of paprika. We're just going to mix that together with our hands. And we're going to put the oil all over them and in between the slices. So I'm actually going to move the oil right here. And if you put it over your little jar or your container, you probably save. All right, I think that's got it pretty nicely. What do you think?
Looks pretty.
All right, so we'll save this out. And then on this part, I'm just going to sprinkle this on. And if you do it like this over a nice big bowl like that, you're not going to waste anything and you're not going to have it all over the place. That's pretty well coated there. There we go. They're ready to go in the oven, about 40 to 45 minutes, and we're ready to put them in now. Potato twisters, also known as potato tornadoes, spiral potatoes, tornado fries, or simply potato on a stick, are generally believed to have been created in the city of Seoul, South Korea by Jong Un-suk. Potatoes are believed to have originated in the Peruvian Bolivian Andes. They were cultivated by the Incas almost 2,000 years ago in South America. Spaniards introduced potatoes into Europe in the late 16th century. Today we're going to make this modern Korean street food literally a new twist on an old favorite. You know, I know the purists out there are going, what on earth are you doing with foil on your oven rack? Because you know it affects the airflow in the oven. So I don't recommend it, but I'm going to do it because I hate to clean things. That's why I've got aluminum foil on everything. I just rather not clean it. So whatever efficiency I'm losing by having the foil on the rack, we're just going to eat it. So it's been a little more than 20 minutes. So about halfway through, we're going to go ahead and turn them over.
Everything's better with crunchies on it.
Yeah. All right, so this ended up taking almost a full hour, and I put the last 2-3 minutes on broil. So I don't know whether my oven's not getting the right temperature or not, or I got too much foil on the racks. I don't know. Bottom line is, I think they're done, and we're gonna take them out and let's have a look. Oh, they look pretty good. Look at that. Am I wrong? Listen to them, they sound good. Ah, we got a little sticking, there we go. Ah, that's absolutely done now. Ooh, that comes off nicely. a little bit of garnish. Not a lot. I'm convinced an hour was way plenty of time. I mean, you could bump it up a little bit more in temperature, but I don't think so. I think you just keep it there. And if your oven may be a little warmer than mine, I don't know, but I'm ready to taste this. All right, it looks good. It's crispy on the outside. And I think I'm going to have a little bit of that ketchup on there. Whoa, here we go. I'll tell you what, I could have cooked a little longer. But that's the centerpiece. I don't know why it took so long. It tastes fantastic. All right, Sharon, have a bite. I'm waiting on the verdict here. The taste is good.
I like that. I love the crunchy.
I like the crunch. The crunch is great.
And that crunchy on that's good.
I like it. On the time, I would keep it around 45 minutes to an hour, but just go based on your oven. Wait till it's tender. Stick a fork into it, and when it's tender, then it's done in your oven. And if you like this video, I'd appreciate it if you like and subscribe. And tell me what country you're from. We've got a lot of people from all over the world who are watching this video, and I appreciate you letting me know where you are. And I'll see you next time on
While you're in the kitchen.